Hey, what is up guys? Joseph here, and today I'm going to be doing an updated, shall we say, review for 2017's Justice League. Since we're all in quarantine now, I've been trying to catch up on some movies I have not seen, but I just decided to watch Justice League because of the Ezra Miller situation that's going on. All I will say about it is if they do remove Ezra Miller, they better, they better remove Amber Heard. That's all I'm gonna say about that. If you don't know what's going on with Ezra Miller, just go on Google and type in Ezra Miller. I'm sure you'll be able to find out. But enough of that kind of drama crap. Go on to the review. When I first watched this movie back when it was in theaters, I liked it. Then I came home, but I saw everybody hating it. Then I thought about it, and yeah, there were some problems. I'll definitely get into them in a minute. Still, as much as I don't like about it, there are some stuff that I really do like about it. Is it a great movie? No. I mean, I did a tier list maker of the superheroes, and it was on the D tier, I believe, and I would probably still put it on the D tier. I feel the same way about it as I do X-Men: The Last Stand. There are some positives, but there's also quite a bit of negatives. You know what? We're going a little bit positive. Let's stay on the we'll go on the pros for a minute. Really, all of the Justice League members, Gal Gadot, I'm about to say Bruce Wayne, like that's his real name, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Ray Fisher, Jason Momoa, and even Ezra Miller were great, or at least good in their roles. Even before this little incident with him, I would have said this: Ezra Miller was probably, in terms of that crew, probably the lesser of the bunch. I didn't hate him as much as everybody else did in the role. He focused a lot more on the comedic side of the Flash, whereas Grant Gustin in the Flash TV show, he focuses a whole lot more on the dramatic side. And Flash, to me, granted, I don't read the Flash comics, I don't read the Justice League comics, I really don't read that much superhero comics. I just love the movies and I love the TV shows, and everything I've seen of the Flash that involves the Flash, besides the CW show, is him being a comedic character, kind of like Spider-Man in terms of like the comedic quips. And Grant Gustin, he's good. He's good on the show, but I just don't see him fitting into the Flash character as far as the comedic side. He has some jokes here that land, but he mainly focuses. Well, I'm not really him personally, but like that show really only shows the dramatic side of the character. I mean, I'm not saying that the Flash doesn't have a dramatic side. I mean, his daggone backstory with his father being falsely accused for killing his mother. There's some dramatic backstory. I'm not saying there isn't. But Ray Fisher as Cyborg was great. The CGI, I'll get into that in a little bit. CGI in some parts was very, very, very awful, but in other parts it was at best decent. As far as the Cyborg character goes, really all the CGI. I'll go ahead and talk about that in a minute. But I mean, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa, all four of them, fantastic. J.K. Simmons is Gordon, Jeremy Irons is Alfred, Amy Adams is Lois Lane, and Diane Lane is Martha Kent. They were all good for as long as they were on screen, but they weren't really there all that much. Some of the jokes did fall a little flat for me, but there were some that still hit pretty well. The Flash and Superman scene at the very end, when Flash is pushing the truck and looks to his right and sees Superman carry a school. There's the scene with Aquaman's little lasso of truth. The scene at the end of the movie when Superman and Cyborg separate the mother boxes and they're on top of the platform. They're talking about don't want to die. Wonder Woman says, that she works with children, that one worked still. But as much as there were a few that still landed, there were some that just fell flat. Pet Sematary line was not as funny as it was the first couple of times I watched the movie, or rather the first time I really watched the movie. The I don't have a sword or something like that, whatever Batman said at the time, I can't remember exactly what he said, but that one, it didn't really land. At the very end when there's the superhero shot, team shot, there was a little thing that I noticed the second time, or the third time I should say, because I've seen it 3 times now. Callback to the Flash and Cyborg fist bumping when they were in the graveyard digging up Superman's body. That post-credit scene I really did like. Really made me think that he was actually gonna do something with the character, but I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, they're recasting so many daggone people in the franchise, I wouldn't be surprised. They may be recasting him as Lex Luthor, but in that post-credit scene where he encountered Deathstroke, 10-second scene, give or take, was a whole lot better than however long he was in Batman v Superman. As far as the pros, those are really the main ones. Go ahead and get into the cons, I guess. Main criticism for this movie is the CGI. CGI of Cyborg at times, the CGI of the Parademons, the CGI of Steppenwolf, the CGI of some of the fights looks like they just. This one I don't really mind all that much, because I part of me likes it, part of me thinks it should stay in the video game world, but there was some fights, especially the Pet Sematary fight between the Justice League, Superman and the Justice League, and the fight at the end between Superman and Steppenwolf, that looked straight up from like the Injustice games. Parademons, they look bad, but Steppenwolf is by far both the look and the fact that he's just this generic villain. An argument can be made that he's more generic than any of the Marvel villains. Now, I don't know how Steppenwolf is in the comics or anywhere else, but as far, because Steppenwolf is, I only know Steppenwolf because of this movie, so, you know, if he's better in the comics, which I'm sure he might be, assuming I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Jeez, I can't even talk. Generic villain who wants domination. And there's some rushed dialogue. That scene where Bruce Wayne went to recruit Barry Allen, it was just rushed dialogue from beginning to end. But overall, I mean, it's not a great movie. It's not a bad movie. It's average. It's just one of those movies where it's like right in the middle for me. Overall, I'd probably give it a score about 65%. That's my review of Justice League. Let me know what you guys think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? However you feel, whatever you think, comment down below and let me know. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell button so you'll be notified when I upload a video. Also hit that share button. As always, like me on Facebook at JMatchLane7, follow me on Twitter JMatchLane7, follow me on Instagram at JMatch_97. All those social media links are in the description below. Mash out.